Man, I'm on this 303 baby timing, man. Hey, yo, Thriller, man, what we doing, gang? Hunters coming and make sure that paper going all around. I ain't trying to hit, I know these.
And welcome to the National Media Podcast with your host, Sasha, aka Killaphonic. My coworker today introduced me to, are you ready? Romanian trap music.
Hey, that's crazy. Let's go, bro.
Dude, this rapper Killaphonic, bro, it was so funny because he's my coworker was like, he's like, I love Romanian folk music, and you know, I love rap too. His favorite rap is like, it's weird, he's like 25 or not even 24, but his favorite like era of rap is like, you know, Get Rich or Die Trying, like everything from that era, I guess, was like really popular in Romania when he was growing up, like longer than it was popular here. Right. So he just like loves that whole era, and he's like, I love rap, I love hip hop, but like, you know, I hate like that rap took over like, you know, Western culture because like these people that they're weird, bro. Like that you see these white guys who like get so in dreads and then want to sound like Bad Bunny, and I was like, I gotta see this, and then I brought up Killaphonic and did not disappoint.
Wait.
Drop the link in the chat.
What is he complaining about? Exactly. Is he complaining about Romanian music becoming westernized?
No, he's complaining that there's a decline in like traditional Romanian music, and then there's an uptick in like trap and rap and like American rap music in Romania in Romanian. That's not as good as American rap music.
One would imagine with a name like Killaphonic, because like there's only
Killa with an A, Killa.
So like, you know, for a fact, you know, okay. So here's my thought process. You know, with a name like that, it has to either be a white rapper or a foreign rapper. It like immediately, like, you know, it has to be like. So I'm glad it was Romania, but I don't know, like who cares that much about Romanian trap? I don't know. Is it like that big of a market?
How is
like,
it spelled?
Are they living it?
I think it's Killa space Fonic.
Well,
Killaphonic.
and then
Here we go.
Yeah,
right.
It's
already like his picture on Google is like him with the fake dreads.
Oh my!
Like those are not. That's not his natural hair, and he's very pale.
Oh my!
It's your boy Christian, aka Randy Savage, lawn mowing, mowing his lawn on a nice Sunday.
Yes, check out Christian's fit on the YouTube. Did you like how long have you? How many? You know what? I'm not gonna ask how long you've owned those. I'm gonna ask how many pair of Randy Savage glasses you've owned over the years, because I'm sure you've bought more than one.
You know what's crazy? These aren't mine. These are Joni's. Joni walks around with these.
Wow.
Like I guess she's cutting promos on people, just walking up to other moms and challenging them. That sounds like
in the
that
Target.
would be in the Target, just like, that's it, brother. I'm gonna take you down, and I'd be with it. I'd be there to support her as champion in her run. That's just who I am. Look at that. We changed it up. Just changed it up. Whole different person now.
Wow.
And that's Joey.
Yeah. It is your boy, Thrillah from the three. That's not nice. Those aren't nice.
Thrillah from the.
No, you all ready? Already?
Thrillah from the. Oh, you gotta say it a certain way. Go for me.
All right, that's another. It's Thrillah from 3, aka Joey from NMT. That's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gentlemen look fine.
All right, well let's talk, boys. What do we? First of all, we as many gay jokes as we make, we have not wished a happy Pride. This is the last episode. This is the last week of June. Did we do happy Pride?
We did it at the top,
Pride?
baby. We did it at the top of the month. I kept it on brand, bro. Like, don't worry, we're good.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, because
Either way.
life goes fast. Life
Either
goes
way.
fast. That's
Happy
why.
Pride.
Too fast.
Happy Pride again.
We are still in June for a second.
the Pride Parade just happened in New York City, which looks lovely. Speaking of, I love your glasses. I'm blind,
Yeah, those
so
are tough.
I could not see them. I could not see them until just now. So I didn't ignore it. I just didn't. I could not see your face. But you know who I really am. You know who I really am at the end of the day, boys.
Who's that?
I'm Logitech controller for Ocean Gate. Bro,
My
that's
God.
who I am. You know what? Can we keep it up? Can we keep it really? Can we keep it real on this podcast?
We can.
That's not a
Because
question.
the Titanics have done more to take down billionaires than Bernie Sanders or AOC have.
That is pretty accurate. How
Yeah.
rich were the people on Titanic? I know they were rich because of the movie, but like, I don't really know
most
exactly
of them were poor.
One of them had a Hope Diamond, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like that. It's.
I think
not
there were like tons of like really poor people all the way at the bottom of the ship, right?
Yeah, the workers. The workers, the people who had to tend to the fucking rich upstairs.
Yeah.
They died too, tragically. But
Yeah.
but that's what you get for serving the boot and licking it. You fucking piece of shit.
Actually, this brings up a question.
Sicko motherfucker.
What's worse, dying as a billionaire, doing something stupid that billionaires do, or dying while you're at work?
Definitely dying at work. Dying at work. Which 100%.
Better?
Especially my job. Can you imagine like me dying like at the computer? Like that's not a death that I want.
I mean, you work
I don't
from
want-
home. I mean, I feel like dying in a comfy chair is a pretty good way to go out.
That's true.
Nah, I don't want to do that. That would be terrible. Can you like work-related death? A work-related death? No, thank you.
Well, it wouldn't be a
I don't know.
work-related
What
death. It'd
is
be
that?
you dying at work. A work-related death is if you cold call somebody and they sent shockwaves to the phone and blew your brains out. If you just had a heart attack while sitting there, I don't think that counts.
What if they had like some kind of telekinesis and they could stop my heart through the phone?
Or if it was
that
like
would
some
be-
kind
Think
of
about
some kind of horror movie shit where you see an email with the subject line "Don't open this," and then you open it and you die.
And die.
No. You know why? That shit don't work on me no more because I've had so much fucking IT corporate training, fucking harassing me, bro. Do you get these like emails? Does your company spend this kind of dumb money, Sasha?
What, to send you like fake phishing emails to then make you, if you open it, you open the email and they make you take like a course.
Then you get training. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the
My
jig.
company has
That
done.
is the devil's work. That is the devil's work. That is not.
Well, you know what? You got to pray for
That's
those.
probably too.
You got to be thankful for those because for me,
know.
my company's done. Is it 2 or 3 layoffs since I started? So as the layoffs got more and more closer together, the phishing emails got less. So I think that department also got laid off. I'm in sales. We drive the company, so they're not laying
phishing
me off unless I'm
department.
just really
They're not clipping
doing
you
a
yet.
bad job.
Yeah, they're not clipping you yet. You gotta. Tech is having a bad time. It's a bad time for tech. It's okay, guys. We'll get back. City Boys will be up again. I don't know. Are tech people city boys? I don't know. Do they count? I feel like they do.
You know what's
feel like some
funny
do.
too? I feel like, speaking of tech, I feel like we are getting in over our heads. Everyone's talking about AI taking their jobs. Can AI please just take the jobs? Can we get there? I just feel like we need more jobs with more value. Like, yeah, have the AI do the coding and then make the tech bro learn how to make a pizza or like, dig in the land and cultivate it. Like
You keep saying that like AI isn't doing that. Literally, they literally
it's
have.
not doing it like efficiently yet.
Oh no, sir. That's because you are not tapped into the world of corporate farming. It is absolutely tapped in. They literally have these they have all these documentaries of all these farms that are starting to use this technology where it's literally a computer with a camera that's able to look at each and every plant and harvest that they have to get them at the optimal level and pick. All right, you keep saying and then all of a sudden we're getting
what it is, too?
50 cent strawberries, which is like probably like a box of strawberries for 50 cents because a
You
computer.
know what I just thought about too, though? They're probably not gonna have AI take our jobs because look at fucking 2020, bro. People were out of work, and what happened? Everybody rioted. Everybody suddenly cared about Black lives. Like people were protesting and picketing all over the world because they had nothing better to do. So the more people you keep busy, the more the status quo is.
That's why
they're never
AI's
gonna develop
coming
the
in,
AI. They're just
because
gonna do the AI just for
they
fun.
already realized that we're unreliable. They've already seen us as unreliable now. Literally,
Yeah.
like we were just a dead populace. Like, I mean, like 30% of the jobs could go away today, and they could be done by something else. I mean, literally, like even like those like stupid kiosks, which are like I don't know. I feel like every state is like completely different with it. Like I've been like in New York where people use them like crazy, or like when I went to Las Vegas, like that's all people used. But you go to like like honky tonks around here, and like nobody's like people like refuse and walk around it on purpose. like somehow they're gonna like double down on fighting back against the machine by not ordering their Big Mac through the kiosk.
Well, like I say, if 30% of jobs are gone tomorrow, and not only 30% of jobs are gone, but 30% of jobs are gone with no viable way for the people who held them to replace income, riots all over the nation. What's 30% of 300 million? 100 million people out of a job? Yeah, let's fucking do that. Let's get another January 6th going, but like with less, maybe not less white people, but just. Wait, who's in the office now? Well, we don't have the January 6th now because I'm
honestly
positive Biden's dead already. Biden's been dead for like 6 months probably. He's just a scarecrow now.
You obviously never played Metal Gear Solid 4 because obviously the Sons of Liberty are running all this shit. Lalu remember that shit? I don't know. Are you that weeb? Because I'm that weeb. Like I can't remember that shit.
This boy's trying to make an obscure Metal Gear Solid reference.
It's a very obscure reference. It's literally so the whole story is because the country is run by this AI system. Literally a group of AIs like together run the country and the rest of the world, and what they've done is done such deep state programming on people, and because they're using nanomachines, if you try to attempt to say the name of these group of AIs, which is the Sons of Liberty, your brain would make lalu lele or whatever it is like come out of your mouth,
like an alarm.
Sons of Liberty. No, just like it would replace it like 100. Like you can think it up here, there is no way you can say it. You can't even write it because literally your hand will just translate it into something different. To complete to keep it in obscurity, make it a complete shadow government, bro. Kojima, that man's my hero. I stumbled on his Instagram, and that shit is a treasure trove. Man is hysterical. He's living his best life.
So you think Joe Biden is actually just a figurehead for the AI?
Oh yeah. Oh no, he's just a meat puppet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a meat puppet. He's a meat puppet.
I think
like,
people still run the government. I just think like I said, I think Joe Biden's been dead since probably Christmas. I mean, who are you surviving this last winter as an 86-year-old man? I'm not. Fucking
This last winter was really mild.
How many places has the poor man fell? The poor man fell like on every other flight on Air Force One.
The best joke I heard about that was we saw him fall 5 times, which means he probably falls way more often than that. He's like, how many people in here have fallen 5 times on camera in this society where cameras are everywhere? Most people haven't fallen 5 times on camera. Joe Biden has. So
no, seriously, bro. Like, I mean, just the numbers alone, he's got to be like constant, like that meat puppet. Maybe it's like the Bluetooth connectivity kind of like drops, just like the Logitech controller. Bring it back, like his body just like shake. Oh shit, Bluetooth dropped. Like, and it's just that's exactly what that happened. Yo, we need more vessels to take out more billionaires. And we need to have policies already in place to distribute their wealth to everyone else. We need to do that. We need to have that already. What are we coming up with as a device?
that last name attached to those billionaires is gonna be rich regardless of what happens.
Regardless, I mean that's evident by the son-in-law or the stepson. He went to go see Blink 182 like a day or two after, and apparently he had asked an OnlyFans creator to sit on his face. Which, I mean, when is there never a bad time to have some like a good looking woman sit on your face, or not good looking, whatever?
Yeah,
you're a person sit on your face,
like the meme said.
I like it.
We all grieve differently.
Yeah, we all mourn differently. Honestly, I would love to be sad as a rich person. I've never been sad and rich at the same time. I've been sad and poor. Never. Sad and rich has to slap. You probably the turnover rate is probably 10,000 times faster. Like you just like what's like okay, let's put you guys through a scenario. Let's say I'm trying to think of a sad situation that's not too dark. Let's say you were going through a really serious breakup, and your net worth was about 500 million. What's your first move, both poor and rich?
I'm definitely paying for a date with my favorite porn star. Like immediately. Like like I'm gonna be messaging, DMing, hey, listen, Cash App's already lit up. I already got the ticket.
This is how you know you're poor, because I'm almost positive you can't send $1 million cash on a Cash App.
But we're not sending $1 million cash. Who said I'm sending $1 million cash?
You said favorite porn star. Your favorite porn stars are already millionaires, so it's not going to be a small amount of money.
Listen, they're not going to expect $1 million. If I could send them like 10 racks, I think that would be fine. I think that would be acceptable.
You know,
yeah, I think
10 racks,
deposits.
I'm just saying, if Angela White's up there for you. Angela White is a millionaire, makes like $1 million every month. Do you think 10 racks she's getting out of bed for that?
You know, I'll tell you this much. Yes. And number two, for 10K for a date, bro, come on. Like, and just some fucking.
Have you seen her? Have you seen her content, dude? 10K is a drop in the. Do the math about $1 million is to 10K. That is a drop in the bucket for her. She probably makes that every hour.
Look at her net worth. No, she doesn't. She makes
10K
quite a
gig
bit.
At her level is a gig you turn down. You turn that gig down. You don't take those jobs.
Okay, let's back
way
it up.
above that.
Katsumi, who is way younger and way less popular, has claimed to have made $2 million a month for like 3 years straight.
No. She said $250,000.
And she's still, again, that's still $250,000. I'm not getting out of bed for $10,000. I'm not taking a date. I'm not taking your strange ass on a date.
Okay,
for 10K.
You know what? This is enough. Okay, I'm tired of you fucking poking holes in whatever I'm saying.
Listen, all I said was
just take the answer or don't. Okay,
all I said was start. You're starting with $1 million if you want your favorite porn star. Now, if you said porn star,
no one's starting $1 million. No one's starting at $1 million.
You really undervalue sex workers. Wow, I can't believe I'm hearing this from you.
Because it's literally, you're looking at time, and you obviously don't know the going rate for sex workers, because you're just dropping $1 million. You fucking. You are
I respect their time.
You are a full John.
If I know someone's making $1 million a month, which is very feasible for Angela White. You know damn well $10,000. What's $1 million divided by 10,000? That's like $100 for her. Now, she's not setting aside a day for you and putting on makeup for $100.
Let's subtract the word favorite.
I said $100.
You said $10,000, which to her is about $100.
My favorite. See, you put Angela White here, right? So we didn't say all that.
Listen, okay. If my favorite is a lower net worth, let me know.
It is, okay? And that's who I dig, okay? I don't need to be shamed on whom I I like. I'm sure a 10K payday would be really crazy if for
drop
one
a name
evening.
of your fave, bro. Drop a name of the fave.
You know what? Marilyn Mason. I really like my big girls. She is a favorite of mine. She has grown over the years. I've seen her become who she is.
I think I said over the years.
You've never just followed a porn star like
First
over
of all,
a decade?
I've never heard of Marilyn Mason, but the first thing that comes up is an actress born in the 40s. So I'm hoping that's not who you're talking about.
No, that is not. It is
Marilyn Mason, adult.
Mason. I think
adult actress. Oh, Mason,
Bro, what-
Mayson. Okay.
Yeah. That's
Mason.
Yeah, oof, not my type at all. But never heard of her, so maybe $10,000 might move her. All these videos look very low quality, though. I feel like these are very old. Hasn't
Some
been
of
in the
them
game
are
in a while.
No, she's in the game right now, bro. She's deep. She's an OnlyFans creator at this point, but she's been all over the place, like just an old timey millennial sex worker. Old timey at this point, right? Because like she's like in her 30s, like yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, well, yes. I think she might entertain you for $10,000, maybe.
I mean, her name is a reference to Marilyn Manson. That tells you enough.
I mean, you're not goth, though, dog. Your look does not suggest you even know who Marilyn Manson is. You give 3 days
you were
grace.
so tied up. You were so tied up with
You give Breaking Ben,
things.
my friend. And you live in Pennsylvania.
Why would I, like, first off, why do you know Breaking Benjamin anyway? Breaking Ben.
I'm just saying, if you were to look at,
Bad
if
over
you're
here.
DMing her on Instagram, if you were to look at your Instagram, and do you go, oh, this is clearly a member of the counterculture? No, this is this is just
like
a guy who loves his kids.
Culture has their ears stretched and has definitely like photos of themselves in shows, like videos.
What?
You can look me up, baby.
If you were to go through a breakup right now and delete every picture of your wife, it would only be you and your children left. So there's no indicators there that you are of the goth persuasion.
That doesn't mean anything. Women love.
Listen, you're trying to charm Marilyn
Every
Manson.
woman loves a daddy. Okay, remember that. Every woman loves a daddy.
That is very untrue.
No, a daddy, not their daddy. A daddy.
That's pretty untrue. Let's see. Yeah, this is.
Listen,
I do
daddy
not
energy.
want-
Daddy energy is daddy energy. It has nothing to do with gender. It doesn't have anything to do with your father. Daddy energy is there, bro. And they know.
I'm just saying you're not scooping off Instagram. But back to the question. As a poor person,
I'm not scooping off Instagram. What?
You just said you're gonna DM her.
Your,
How else
your
are you?
footprint? Your footprint is all over the place. Like I get it. Like, but what? Like,
Listen, I'm creating a scenario where what are you doing with millions as a newly heartbroken
You've
man?
just insulted me like the entire time.
How did I insult you? You don't. I just said you
took
don't
10
look
minutes.
gothic. You've gone out of your way to not look gothic for 30 years.
Breaking Benjamin, and
You do. You know that. You know that.
Literally the only exposure that I've had to this band is through wrestling, which
I
that's
love
it.
Breaking Benjamin.
Breaking Benjamin's ass, bro. They're so
What?
ass. Like they're
Whatever,
ass.
bro.
Like you gotta be
Whatever.
real because they're
No
ass.
way. No way, bro. No way.
All those bands, Flyleaf, fucking Coachella, not Coachella, Chevelle.
Chevelle, what the?
Chevelle had a song or two, bro.
Nah, Chevelle was hard.
You know?
And I saw
sucked.
Chevelle live like relatively recently, not like recent, like 2013, 14.
That's 10
It was pretty
years,
cool.
dog. Yo, that's crazy. The way
That's
time is
recent, like compared to like
compressed.
when Chevelle was popping. Like Chevelle was popping in like 2002. So I've seen them in like 2014. I was like, oh, this is good. They still got it.
That was a nostalgic act.
That was,
at that
that's
point,
a,
bro.
you
That's
know,
Yeah, they played like
that's
across the
just a
street from my
couple
apartment at the time.
Decades. That's fire.
Remember when we saw Slipknot and Paramount 5000 or whatever their name is came on?
Are
and
you
we
dropping
literally
Slipknot
just
in the
turned our brains
in the
off?
chat right now, just so you can prove that you're gothic to in case this porn star catches herself in the algorithm and listens to this episode? You're trying to prove your goth worth to her already? You're a married man,
Wow.
Tristan.
You truly are just an awful person with awful opinions. You listen, okay? Whatever you want, I'm not good enough for her. It's okay. I'm okay with it. We'll leave it
I'm
at
not
that.
saying you're not good enough for her, man. I'm just saying.
You think everyone has to be like Justin? That's the thing. I mean, Sasha, pardon. But you think everyone has to be like Sasha, attractive, and has to be online all the time, and can only expose this one part of themselves. Be multifaceted. God damn it! You are a gentle flower with kind, loving brown eyes and soft lips. And you got a nice butt. You got a nice butt. I'll drop it. You got a nice ass.
Here.
I don't really have a great ass, but it's getting there.
It's nice though. It's always been nice. It's in those little girl jeans, bro. You saw them like cup out, and you go like, look at him.
I'm a very multifaceted character. I mean, I have.
Up.
Listen, I've done this podcast for damn near 3 years, and I've never repeated a topic. I got a lot of stuff in my brain. But yeah, you're like I said, you're not goth. I don't know why you're offended by that. You've gone out of your way. You've said on this podcast that you even thought all of us goth weirdos you were hanging out with back in the day were weird. All the scene kids. You've said it before. You were like, yeah, all that stuff was fucking weird. Like I stretched my ears, but like the rest of that wasn't for me.
Listen, the fashion was never for me. Okay, not the.
That's the whole thing about being gothic is the fashion. That's like half of it.
It's not, bro.
The fashion and then the suicidal thoughts.
You piece of shit. Technically, gothic is architecture. Okay, so it has nothing to do with fucking black clothing. Okay,
spoken like a true Reddit-loving Breaking Ben fan. Well, technically, architecture is gothic, not fashion.
It is gothic.
Actually,
it is gothic. Actually, you fucking.
All right, but anyways, back to it. As a poor man, what's your breakup move? What has in your past? What has been your go-to move for a breakup? I know it's been a while since you've experienced a breakup.
Me?
Yeah, you were in a very different tax bracket last time you had a breakup. Damn, you were 2 rungs down.
Yeah. I was in a room. Yeah, I was in a room in Queens that was roach infested before Joni. So.
Roaches and breakups do not pair well together, dog. I've been there.
I had a lot of sad moments in there. I remember like having sex with a girl, her falling asleep, like mid-sex, and like that completely shattering my ego, and then her not wanting to, I guess, like talk to me anymore.
Wait, she fell asleep with you inside of her?
Moment. Yeah, she was so drunk. We were both drunk, but we were fooling around, and then she just like, I'm like, you're in the motion. All of a sudden, I see her. I'm like, "Are you okay? Like, are you awake?" She wouldn't wake up. She literally just knocked out on me. And so I stopped and went to sleep. But I went to sleep sad. Really sad. Shit hurt my feelings, bro.
Did you guys rekindle in the morning at least?
The minute she saw that Joni was in the picture, she was all over this boy like a fucking like piece of steak. Like literally was just like, you should still come over. You should come over today. We'll have fun, and you can, and like start sending me the pictures. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm okay. Like we're good. Like it's okay. Like you're for the streets still. Stay there.
Stay there.
I'm thinking if I was a rich man going through a breakup,
Kilophonic is fine.
What is my first move with unlimited cash? Well, let's. I've gone through breakup. Have I really gone through breakups before? I mean, I went through my one devastating breakup.
You've been through a few breakups. And
this is a ridiculous topic when you think about it.
It is.
Anyway, this is called the National Meat Treasure. Are we supposed to talk about the weather, the news?
Anyway, keep going.
So I've only ever been broken up with once. Any other breakup, it wasn't me being broken up with. I was sad because I was like, damn, I wasted my time with this person, and now I'm over it, and I don't. Obviously, when I enter a relationship with somebody, I don't want it to be over. But if it comes to it and I have to end it, it's like, damn, that was a waste of my time. So that's always been like a somber, kind of floating sad, never like a I'm devastated, I need to like change my behaviors. But we all whoever's been listening for a long time, we all heard about the Armenian and whatever. That breakup, well, my first move was going to be to work. My first move was like, I am going to outwork this sadness, because my job was going to allow me to work as much overtime as possible until they fired me for pretty much no fucking reason, maybe 12 hours after that thought. Like, I had written my name on every spot for overtime on the calendar I could, and then I got let go for some dumb shit. So I was broke, unemployed, and heartbroken. I think did I eat my feelings? I did some drugs.
I do remember
shrooms.
you
That doesn't
eating.
really count. I did shrooms.
I remember you drinking 3 milkshakes in front of me, or was it 2? It was like
It was likely 3, but I also did that because you were paying. Thanks, pal.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm a good friend.
You are a good friend. I also tend to. My one friend was like, because I love to exercise, but like that becomes more when I'm in a very bad place or a very good place.
Mm-hmm.
And my one friend goes to me, she's like, "Are you exercising as a form of self-harm?" And I was like, "Shut up."
You're like, almost. Except
I was strong
it's good
as
for me.
fuck after that. I was, dude, I saw a video the other day of myself and I was like, oh my God, I forgot I used to look like that. I'll send you the video. It's gay as fuck, but I was,
What's so gay
I was
about
very
it?
lean.
Why,
I'm just rubbing on myself. I'm kind of moaning a little bit because I'm so impressed. As a rich man, I think my first move after a breakup as a rich man, I would more than likely kind of take your same route, but not with my favorite porn star, with probably a longtime internet friend. I would just say to somebody, some regular person, I would say, hey, you know, someone, because somebody would.
You don't have a long-time internet friend. You're a billionaire.
Keep in mind, also in this scenario, if I'm a millionaire, nobody knows that. Y'all don't know that. This podcast still goes on.
So this could be real.
I make up shit about having a job. If I hit millions, I'm never telling anyone except people I'm spending the millions on, and even they won't know. I'll just be like, you know, I'll post a funny Instagram story with a song. I won't tell anybody I'm sad, and then somebody will reach out for the song and say, "Hey, that's a cool song," and I'll be like, "Hey, you want to get a drink?" And they'll be like, "Well, are you in my city? I thought you lived in Detroit or Jersey or Florida. Where are you?" I'm like, I'm actually gonna be in Houston tomorrow night. Meanwhile, I'm taking the red eye. I had no intention of going to Houston until she DM'd me. And she's like, well, I'm open for a drink. And then we'll sit and we'll shoot the breeze and I'll pay for everything. And the night will just start getting more and more expensive, like to the point where she's suspicious about it. Like, wait, didn't you just like land last night? Why did you pull up in a G-Wagon? Oh, this was just the rental they gave me, you know. I heard about this really neat spot up the road. You want to go? Oh yeah, sure. Whoa, this is a Michelin 3-star restaurant. How can you afford this?
No, a wrestler.
Oh, you know, I got
it as a wrestler.
wrestling. Macho Man Randy Savage is gonna powerbomb me through the table.
He's gonna cook the meal.
He's the waiter.
He serves the meatballs and.
My compliments to the chef Steve Austin. But yeah, then we're just gonna be spending $500, and we're just gonna be chatting and bullshitting. She's gonna be like, how are you affording this restaurant? What do you do? And I'm like, oh, you know, I do insurance. We just got a really big bonus this month. You know how the market is. You know, and the recession's on. The fucking insurance is up. I'll just say some technical jargon. I'll make some shit up, and I'll be like, hey, you know, you wanna? I'll probably just like repeatedly go on dates with like random middle class women and just impress them. That's probably what I'll do if I'm a rich man. And then I'll do a little. I'll step my game up and do this like in Italy or something. Maybe not Italy. DR. Okay. DR. I'll go to DR immediately. Ooh, yeah. I'll just talk. I'll just do. I'll do what I do to when I'm normally sad, which is just talk to women. And use them as my therapist. So I'll just but I'll just do this to like strange women all over the world, as opposed to like in their DMs. And then maybe I'll sit in a mountain in Colorado and lament.
Yeah, thank you, women, for all the free emotional labor you give us. Because like I think about every woman that I've ever come across. At one point, they've done some kind of emotional labor around me, like. If we talk for more than like a few minutes, all of a sudden you're like, wow, I want to listen to your thoughts. Like, no, don't humor me. Don't humor me. Tell me I'm an idiot. And
I think I do way more emotional labor for women, but it's a labor I love because I genuinely like listening to women talk. Niggas, bro, when niggas get together, they just talk about women. Like, you guys, us, let me tell you something. We're rare. There's a lot of niggas that only talk about bitches. And they swear bitches are the problem, but that's all they talk about. They talk about bitches and NBA 2K and football. And football's not even on year round.
It's not accurate, bro. It's not even accurate. Like women are really not like the problem. Like as infuriating some women I'm sure are across the world, it doesn't mean that they're the problem. I mean, we're all a problem.
Dude, you know what's sad,
Men are a problem, though. We got to.
You know what's sad, dude?
Media.
The amount of women who have told. Keep in mind, I just said I like to listen to women talk. Keep in mind the amount of women who have told me that I'm a good conversationalist because, like, I mostly let women chat it up, but like obviously I can give my 2 cents. You know, like I said, obviously been doing this podcast for a long time, and I've been manic for a long time. I could talk, but like a lot of niggas cannot shoot the breeze. And like I've seen DMs, like I've had girls like send me their DMs of like dudes. And it'd be like, yeah, ha 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 ha. And like, don't get me wrong, like I'm not trying to pander to women. Like sometimes a girl will say like niggas can't talk, and I'll look at the girl and be like, you're not that cute, bro. Like niggas don't want to put that much effort in for you. I understand. But like sometimes like it'll be like women I really know, I really trust. I know they're great women, they're funny women, they're good looking women, and niggas will just. And they're not even like mean. Like they'll give an okay looking guy with something going on a chance, and then. You see the DMs, you see like these niggas be dry. Not even bad people, just dry. Right. A lot of people are fucking dumb, which is how capitalism works, and we've gone over this, my shtick. Like people are dumb. That's how this system is upheld.
Misogyny and white supremacy are the theme of the podcast always, because I mean it kind of all draws back to that, right? Like what men are supposed to be and what they're supposed to do. Like so much to the point where if like at this point, like if I see another man post like a meme about how men's mental health isn't taken seriously, like my eyes literally just roll to the back of my head, because like shut up. It is not that big of a deal to be vulnerable. Like just be vulnerable. Like just bare your soul for a minute. Like
same page,
just strip the mask in front of the person you do confide in. I'm not saying do this in front of everyone. Right? Maybe you need to do it anonymously on a Reddit post or a Facebook group, but actually have retrospection, look within, understand what's happening to yourself, and like say it out loud. And it's. I mean, I get it. Like I'm a man of mystery. Everyone like as much as I talk, it is all just like masking, right? Like it's just like another layer to me, because just to get to the actual center, the Tootsie Roll Pop of Christian, it takes a lot. So
you're saying you're black?
Like I am brown, really chewy and sticky all the time. But no, seriously, like I mean, I think that's something that people have said about me, and I don't think I'm being vulnerable, honestly. Like because I know that I'm masking, I know I'm using certain parts of myself to kind of like use like as the barrier before you get to me. But like, I'll be like right here, like I talked to my wife, and I think, I told her, and this is a sad thought, right? Like 10 years in, I'm like telling her, I'm like, I feel like I've actually told you now everything, and I'm bearing even more of myself. Like saying things scare me, saying things make you anxious, and not just like I got crazy when I hear things, but like, I think this is why I react like this, because I'm always tied to this feeling, and now I'm misplacing all of the energy onto the wrong person. And that's all it is. It's just be vulnerable. Like say, like just look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, you know what? I don't like this about myself, but I'm gonna commit to change something about it. Or hey, I know this feeling isn't real, or maybe the thoughts that are circling in my mind, telling me I'm alone or I'm not worthy. Those are just thoughts, and you can say them out loud and say this is what's happening. And how many people would actually be like, ha, 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 fuck that guy? I don't think there's that many people. I'm sure celebrities get it to a point, but not normal guys who just say man, I'm having a tough time. You just be like, oh, take the day off, Gerald. Whatever you got to do. I don't think
ever take the day off. You're a man. Lift weights, brokey.
No one wants to hear your mental issues.
Never take off work. You're a man. As a man, you should never take off work. You should lift weights and get money, brokey. All right. I don't want men to heal. I don't. Don't heal. Don't be vulnerable.
No, we need to heal because
I need to be the only cute special flower boy.
Oh, see, that's the thing. We can't be soy boys by ourselves. Everyone's got to be a soy boy. Everyone's got to jump in the pool.
Inversely though, I do hate
fine.
I do hate a soy boy. I hate sensitive niggas, bro. I hate niggas because you know what it is. In New York, you find this perfect balance of men who can whoop ass
and sensitive. Whiny and sensitive. Whiny people, disgusting, horrible, the scourge of society. People who won't do shit for themselves and just feel bad all the time. Not just man, I feel bad because this happened to me. It's I don't know what to do.
What is his voice, bro?
Because I think of a specific person when this runs in my mind.
Oh my god!
I can think of a handful.
The helplessness. Listen, I get sad as a motherfucker. I cry I let it out. I sob by myself, bro. Untapped.
What are you going through? That you're just in your house sobbing by yourself.
Dark moments, bro. You see the thing is that you subscribe to the idea that Instagram is the lens into my life. It's not. Remember, I post on there every 2 weeks.
You're still offended by this? Dog, you're not gothic. All right?
Listen,
I'm not taking it back. You're still offended.
Just because I seem like a happy person doesn't mean that I don't go through unhappy moments. Is what I mean by that whole.
Well, comment. Listen, that just sounded jarring to me because you're I cry when I'm alone. You have 2 kids and a stay-at-home wife. You're not alone that often. Do you just take all the time that they go to fucking Kroger
you've never had
to
your
weep?
Feelings? Well, hold on. Do you think I'm so one-dimensional that the only thing that could be going well for me is my family? So I just got to be grateful for that, bro. I'm mentally ill.
So you just take your time to weep every time they leave the house. That was what you were. That's what I was hearing. Can we be
honest? All right. We talked about being vulnerable. I'll be vulnerable. I have PTSD, my friend. I literally have memories of being hurt to a point where I would go to school covered completely up, so nobody would presume all the bruises on my body. I had people tell me all my life that I wasn't worth shit, that I was stupid, and just naturally just not a good person. I'm never going to be good. So yeah, I do have moments where I sob because I think of those moments when I look at my kids and I think about hey, that's kind of a sad thing to think about because I don't think I could ever say that to a human being. I don't think I could ever do that to another human being, let alone my kid. So yeah, bro, I cry. And so I cry to Mighty Joe Young because I'm broken. And I
way to make the comedy podcast get serious.
Well, Mighty Joe Young was supposed to be the levity because, bro, that end of that.
Bro, you're a 20-year-old movie. Nobody saw Mighty Joe Young. We all saw Titanic. That's why that worked.
Watch it now. Watch it. Nobody's crying.
I never saw Mighty Joe Young.
I didn't. Wait. You're gonna tell me you cried when Jack no, Rose did that on purpose, bro. She let man freeze. I'm not crying for this, weeping for this 90-year-old woman who's at sea. I don't give a fuck. What you?
I feel like I might have had a tearful moment to Titanic.
What? Maybe I wanted to spank it when Leo and Kate Winslet got hot in the car. Bro, come on, a nip slip at 14 minutes, whatever it is. bro, that shit was hot.
That shit was crazy.
All
You
right.
know what's crazy? Most people probably see white nipples first, or at least millennials. There wasn't a lot of naked black
yeah.
media.
Yeah, you know.
You know what black people loved back in the day, back in the 90s? The R&B silhouette of sex. Like there'd be the silhouette on the wall of them having sex, as opposed to the actual titties.
Let's also
Black
not
titties
forget
were kept away in Hollywood.
Nat Geographic. Nat Geographic did not keep it. Like every time
I didn't have that
stumble
channel.
onto a tribe, it had to be somebody who was topless. So I did see a lot of African boobies early on.
You jerked it to those.
Because
Did you?
it's we're just gonna move over that topic now. Not jerk to tribal women who are just feeding their young. Like they're not being sexy, they're just being people. But I do remember seeing dark areolas and go, oh,
I jerked it.
But yeah, I feel like the Titanic. Yeah, I feel like I might have cried at some point during the Titanic. I don't remember when. I gotta watch it again. I haven't watched that movie in the last time. I'm putting this. The last time I watched Titanic, it was on like a 70-inch plasma TV that was like a big box.
Wow.
It was like a massive. Like that's how.
That's
Like, it was my grandfather's TV in his like basement attic bar kind of situation. It was a very. The TV was probably wider than like my desk right now.
Okay.
From the side.
It's one of those old school like projector TVs, like the DLPs or whatever they are. Like they were like the first.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, they do like the reverse. It's really neat. Like, but they get hot as a motherfucker. Those things. That was the crazy.
No
thing.
Mighty Joe Young.
But Mighty Joe Young killed me, bro. That ending. See, bro, I'll tell you what happens, and I'll just paint a visual image. Mighty Joe Young is
don't
a
spoil
King
it for me,
Kong.
dog.
No, we're spoiling it. Is a King Kong of sorts without any of the I guess the tenacity or the violence, right? Just a gentle giant. And what they eventually do to him because he loses his temper is they kill him. But there's a scene that they close up and literally there's like people who just still talk about this. His hand just goes limp. And I like lost it. I was like, nah, why they do this to my boy? He did nothing. Those motherfuckers shot him down. He was just being nice to that white woman for no reason. Wow. Holy shit. What was I watching?
Would you agree?
Being nice to a white woman getting shot by law enforcement?
Let's. I'm going to read you this this Google review of Mighty Joe Young from 2 years ago, left by Dale Risher.
2 years ago?
There's way more recent reviews. But he gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. He goes, this is the King Kong story with a more manageable gorilla. Height-wise, and manageable gorilla, height-wise, and the gorilla has a working relationship with the woman. The woman, played by Charlize Theron, protects Joe from poachers, while a man, played by Bill Paxton, tries to get Joe to a nature preserve to study him. Of course there is a villain, but that plotline is dumb and could have been removed from the movie without hurting the film. Joe is accomplished through puppetry, gorilla suit and perspective shots, and early and not impressive computer graphics. The puppetry is well done, and you do get a sense that Joe is the puppetry is well done, and you do get a sense that Joe is a character. The writing tries to be funny in spots, and the jokes do not land. And the plot is predictable with a Disney ending. If it sounds like something up your alley, then check this movie out.
That
2 out of 5 stars from Dale
Risher.
Harsh,
bro. That you know
Dale
what? Fuck
Risher,
Dale Risher.
I think that was. I think it was a good review.
No, I think that was harsh. You know why? Because that ending alone made up for all of it. Okay. And Bill Paxton.
It's not.
Bill Paxton. Charlize Theron. What year is this?
98.
Bro, before they were stars.
No, I think Charlize was a star around then. Bill Paxton, I still know who the fuck that is. Oh, this guy. I really can't place what he's from, but I know he's famous.
He's in 100 Million Things You Watched.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
in Titanic. I did not know that.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at the thread, bro. See, like you wanted me
That's-
to be one way, but I am the other way.
Wow.
I just enjoy my gothic gorillas, and I'm gonna be.
No, the gorilla
skipping
is
it.
not gothic, nigga. Stop. Stop trying to claim the gothic crown.
You stop it because the gorilla listens to Depeche Mode with me, and
Let
the
him
Smiths.
fly his
and
goth
we
flag.
cry.
He's goth on the inside. He's goth.
As a
on the
nigga who
inside.
owns lipstick, I can't let you have it, bro. Until you come over here. Get some more black
I
t-shirts.
have worn a lot of lipstick, okay, in my middle school years.
Well, grow up. Bring out the lipstick, the eyeshadow. You've said on this pod you didn't care for My Chemical Romance. Blasphemer!
But that's not. I mean, I wouldn't really call that goth. I'm getting really technical. That just proves to me that I'm way more goth than you. So let's just move, okay?
Yeah, My Chemical Romance was emo.
Yeah, your anti-goth rhetoric has done enough damage to this podcast, and I'm
sorry to the viewers. Is this man giving goth? Is he giving Marilyn Manson? Is he giving new metal? What is Christian giving? With his
goth
Macho
on
Man
the
Randy
inside.
Savage glasses and unpainted nails.
Yes, because I don't do anything for myself besides bathe and shave.
And that's not the gothic way, my friend. Get some goddamn chains on.
I feel like that's more gothic in my opinion because the more
That's
depressed
depression.
you are,
That's not goth.
that is the goth identity. What? Being
Goth
sad
is depression
and
would
wearing
make it sexy.
black?
I'm
Okay.
sad,
You know
and you
what?
should fear
False
me because
narrative.
of that. That's what the
I'm
goth
losing
is right
brain
there.
False
cells.
narrative.
I'm losing
Bro,
them.
I have been to what was that place in unfortunately of New York City costume? That shit was crazy. Remember, like
Trash
I
in
remember it as
Vaudeville?
no, not Trash in Vaudeville. The costume place, like where all the goth kids would hang out. Well, the vamp kids, would fucking like chill around. Like that place was fascinating. That was an awesome place. R.I.P. to that goated place. You really don't remember what I'm talking about? It was like the Halloween store that was like all year round.
I was too
in-
busy being
in
goth in
Union
real life,
Square?
not goth in retail, my friend. I don't know.
Oh my god, you were so anti-goth with your "See You Next Tuesday" shirt and girl jeans, okay? And
That's a
then
very obscure
your next
reference.
phase with your fucking, I don't know, some obscure hardcore band that nobody listens to, and a fucking Kangol hat. Okay, that was your next phase. Now you're in your golden goated phase, which I
listen,
appreciate way more.
I am the counterculture.
Personally.
I am the counterculture. No matter what counterculture you're talking about, baby. I've been punk. I've been hardcore. I've been metal. I was just listening to Through the Eyes of the Dead. And I listened to Tokisha right after that. I'm a man of the people. I'm all over the place. I'm in the sky. I'm underground.
Whatever you say, sir.
Wow.
Whatever you say, Birdman. Bro, I really am fascinated still with the whole Ocean Gate shit, because like the fact that like the brilliant memes that have come out, because I saw one where it was just like shrimp and other fish just blinged out after it says like, the fish find the billionaire's black MX card, and I was like, oh my god, can you imagine? That would be great. But my idea is definitely their remains are being feasted or have been feasted on, and at least shitted out twice. So
You know what
They
thought
didn't have
about this? All
remains,
this
I
is
don't think.
yeah, and that's my thought coming from all this.
You
How
don't
strong are deep?
vaporize.
How strong are deep sea fish? Because they're down there and they're under
We're there
2
now.
miles of pressure and they're just
we have
swimming.
no idea. We
So
have no idea.
how strong are these? How strong is an anglerfish?
We have no idea. Well, actually, we might have an idea for that, but there's definitely other like types of animals that we have zero idea that live down there. Like, why wouldn't there be something like even primordial, like that lives really close to like the Earth's core, really hot, fucking just perfect little temperature for them, just chilling. They don't got to do nothing. They got food comes to them, fucking comes out of one of those fucking vents. I don't
The
know.
Ocean's that maybe you know what I might do. No, I was gonna
Ocean's
say
mad scary, bro.
maybe that'd be my rich man
Ocean
breakup
is
move is
mad.
do some deep sea exploration.
I'm going to space.
But
That's really dumb.
because
going to
the
space,
sea
though.
is this.
The sea is
but they wanted to see-
terrifying, and
they
we
want
should
to see
let
Titanic.
people
There's
with-
mad shit above the Titanic to see. I don't have to go that deep. I can go like medium exploration, no
That's
deep
facts,
sea, like
yeah.
medium
Yeah.
sea.
Yeah.
What are you
Just
doing with
don't-
your breakup
don't-
money, Joe?
So with infinite money, one thing I am definitely going to try to remove myself from the situation as far as possible. So I'm probably going to
Wow. Sensible
fly
question.
very far away.
Simple answer.
And as a poor person, I am going to try to go away for a fucking weekend and then come back and cry some more.
Weekend getaways
That's a
when you're
very
poor
normal
are
answer. Life.
weekend getaways when you're
doesn't
poor.
exist in my
What do you weekend getaway when you're poor though?
You know what a weekend getaway if you're actually poor is just in your room eating fucking broth for the next 2 days. That's
Yeah,
that's-
I can't weekend
onion
getaway.
soup. Like,
Oh, you know what I
that's
did
it,
do
bro.
once though?
Maybe like a little
What I
road
did
trip.
do once, I did take a road trip when I was going through a breakup. I drove to Rhode Island. I drove to Rhode Island to
That's
hang out with a
crazy.
Tumblr friend. That is exactly. So I'm literally just did the same thing with money. I drove to Rhode Island, hung out with a Tumblr friend. We did some shrooms. We parted ways. You know, it was actually a really fun hang. We had like a lot of good conversation. The shrooms were bussin'. Then I went and went to a hotel by myself, and I howled crying because I was fucking holding in it all from the shrooms. It was gonna come out. Howled. But then the next day, I went to a diner and I had some French toast.
can you
and I
imagine
looked
being
around-
in the room next to you, like the room next to you, just hear this giant man wailing in his hotel room?
Dude, let me tell you,
You
this
come out. I would
Nah, dude, let
lose
me
my
tell you.
mind.
this hotel was in Rhode Island and $40 a night. If there was anybody next to me, they were a dead person. There was a body in this
They were
hotel.
just as sad, honestly. They were just as sad as you. So they were like, "Me too!" Like through the wall, and you know they probably.
If
could
somebody
hear
would have pounded on
everything.
that wall, it would have turned. That wall was probably made of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Doug. It was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They would have
Straight
just shook your
plaster.
hand, and you guys would have made a friend. Bro, see, that's how we know that there wasn't anybody in there, or at least they were dead. So honestly, but I
was
would have
woofing.
like.
That was so. Yes, I did do a little weekend getaway on a depression. You know what's crazy? I like bumped into like that girl's LinkedIn recently, and I felt nothing. Isn't breakups crazy? Isn't time crazy?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that you bumped into her LinkedIn. Like that is the craziest.
Which is
thing in the
crazy
world.
because I have not had a LinkedIn for that long.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it is.
I'm like 2 years deep in the LinkedIn game.
That is the wildest social media for no reason, and it's because like all the rules change every second, and they just like violate every privacy you have and pull in every contact. So that's why that happened to you. That sucks ass, and I don't want to connect with everybody, bro. Yo, they connected me with some like ex too. I'm like, please don't suggest me. Why would you do that? Now she's gonna know where I work, and she's probably gonna assault me or say something crazy to my employer. Please.
Dude, there was a like, so if you hit the easy apply thing on LinkedIn, I didn't know this, but like it makes you follow like the companies that you're easily applying to. So now like my whole news feed is like employees from places I didn't even remember applying to years ago. And that's why one post the other day, it was like some old man who said like, LinkedIn is not a dating site. I'm so tired of people reaching out to me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Was I trying to... And I had to look at like what company he worked for, and I was like, oh, I applied to this like 3 years ago.
Whoa.
Why
Is he
is...
complaining about people sliding in his DMs?
Hold on.
Yeah, apparently his like an old high school. This guy had to be like 60, and like an old high school girlfriend found him on LinkedIn and was trying to swerve, and that was somehow on my feed.
You know what's wild? Getting a LinkedIn sneaky link.
Sneaky LinkedIn?
Sneaky LinkedIn.
Sneaky LinkedIn.
A sneaky LinkedIn. Yeah, there we go. Wavelength.
Podcast.
Episode
sneaky
title.
LinkedIn
Episode
is
title.
crazy. No, that's it. Sneaky LinkedIn. That is crazy. Can you imagine? I have never gotten anybody. Just has someone thrown you the numbers yet, Sasha? Like they
on
throw you a little?
LinkedIn? No, I've
LinkedIn.
never had
Just in
sex
your
with anybody
DM?
on LinkedIn.
Okay, because that's got to be busting. Honestly, if I'm gonna be real, because can you imagine like a very
It's dangerous
gainfully employed
waters.
woman?
It's dangerous
gainfully
waters,
employed-
you know.
It is.
Yeah, nobody on any other website knows where I work,
No,
what
no.
I do. People on social media don't know my real name.
Yeah.
So like I'm cooling. I don't wild out, but I could. Although a coworker did find me on Instagram, I blocked him immediately. Because he's like, you ever have coworkers that you see on like they find you on Instagram and you're like, all right, I can fuck with that.
Yeah.
But with this one,
Nope.
immediately blocked him. Like
Yeah, no,
he's
I don't fuck with a lot of like coworkers. Like that's not the bag.
Well, this one in particular is a very weird character. You can he's self-admittedly an incel or was a part of the incel like Reddit community. He's said this in a Teams chat. And the funny thing too, he's jacked out of his mind. He's fucking shredded, but he has no social skills and he has like not a ton of male friends. He's a very weird guy. You can tell he works out and doesn't talk to people. He gets women, but like, yeah, he's definitely he's young and he's looking for a male camaraderie.
You're talking about
No, incel. We've discussed this like 50 episodes ago.
No.
Incel does not
It's
mean you
literally
don't
called
fuck.
involuntary celibate. That is the name.
Yes,
Yeah,
but the
involuntary.
name doesn't mean that anymore. It means
is
you're just a
not-
weird. Everybody
No.
fucks, dog. Nobody doesn't fuck. There is nobody who is not fucking.
You realize that there are people who are absolutely not fucking, and that's
Incel
literally
is a
why.
frame of mind. It is a person who is.
Can someone correct him? Because like I need everyone to loudly yell at him because it's literally the name. When you're talking about maybe if you wanted to stop at Redditor, I can.
When
leave
you
at
are
that,
saying
but-
incel, you are talking about a specific. All right, I'll put it to you this way, right? If we're gonna talk about the sexual nature of it, if I introduced you to this man, you wouldn't think he fucks. He fucks. But talking to him, you wouldn't know how he could court a woman because he is very strange. When you say incel,
How do
they
you know
mean
he
like
fucks?
these they mean
there?
it's like incel is under the same umbrella as like the Andrew Tate people and like people like that. Like people who like are misogynist and don't have any real world skills and just sit on their echo chambers online hating women. They can still fuck. Most people still fuck at the end of the day. Especially in your 20s.
Remember-
Most people are still gonna fuck something. But it doesn't
When you're
mean
in-
the getting the pussy for them is
involuntary
not the
You
getting
think
or
that
not
as a
getting the
hot
pussy is
guy.
not a thing.
See, the thing is, you think that as a hot person, that like for some reason that pussy's just like coming at everyone. Like that is not. I'm
First
sorry,
of all-
penis or pussy is coming at anything. Like that.
Wait a minute.
Dussy, they ussy, like whatever,
wait a minute,
bro.
wait a minute.
If it's
Wait a minute.
it's not just coming. Like it just not. It doesn't happen. What are you talking about?
So I think the actual I feel like there's this miscommunication here that I'm realizing. See, Christian, you're talking about the literal definition of an incel, and
Yeah.
Sasha, you're talking about how we use the word as a culture now, in like
Thank you.
almost a colloquial way to call like you know how back in the day, right? You used to be like, yo, that's gay, because like it's not about it
Canceled.
actually being homosexual. It's just like
Yeah.
that's corny, that's lame, but it's just specifically like it hurts, now we don't say that anymore, so we come up with different words to show the severity of how people feel. So it's like, you're a fucking incel, not by the technical terms, but we're just gonna call you that because you're weird just like those niggas and you have some traits like those niggas. That's my interpretation of it.
Thank you for being the voice of reason.
Incel Redditor is a real incel.
Oh
Like,
no, they are actual incels. There are those technical people, and they're where I feel like we're also taking them right to say the actual incel who do become fucking school shooters and terrorists. They're the worst of the worst. So we are equating all of these other people who we deem lame with them. But the actual involuntary celibate person is a real thing. Just like, and it's tied to white supremacy and domestic terrorism and all that bullshit.
community, bro. It's really.
But we just talking
it's
about
weird
calling
tight
niggas
community.
incels.
Yeah, if you calling somebody
I guess,
just, like,
Culture. 90% of the time, I'm not saying that you fuck or don't fuck. I'm saying if I don't believe that you could properly court a woman, like you are a weirdo in that way.
Can you stop saying court a woman?
The majority of people.
Who are you? Like, why are you saying court a woman? Are you like
okay? First of all,
like a 15th century like romantic?
Can I court a woman or
a lady?
Pull bitches.
Madam, please.
Can you make me mind?
Can we
2
settle
minutes
on
ago,
pull
I
bitches?
was too hot. Now I can't say court.
Bro,
Right, pull women.
you said court way too many times back to back. I don't believe you can court a woman if you've never courted a woman. How are you gonna court a woman? You know who courts the most? Kobe, and he's in heaven, and that's what's happening right now. That's what we forgot. We lost the plot, boys. We lost the plot. We lost the plot. Black Mamba forever.
Listen.
Anyway, so your boy who's an incel.
Yeah, he is self-admittedly a person who does fuck. He is self-admittedly of that community, and had to
How do you know he
block him.
fucks? How do you know he fucks?
Because he has a girlfriend. He's a girlfriend.
But do you think, like, I mean, you can definitely not fuck a girlfriend. You know that, right? Like,
He
there's
gets
like
the minimum
literally
dose.
men.
He at least
Literally
gets the
men.
minimum dose.
But you get like men who literally are like in marriages, which is like the fun. Like I like my mind gets blown in some of these conversations when I see like I'm a part of like a lot of like dad groups and shit like that, just because I'm an idiot.
Oh man.
But like the men that talk about like they haven't been intimate with their wife in like 3 years.
Why are they talking about it in a Facebook group?
Crazy.
Like a couple
You
times.
Niggas gave up. They said fuck it.
Well,
they said fuck
that's
it.
crazy.
I'm
Can
gonna
you imagine
tell
years?
everyone.
Like a couple times.
Been there, bro.
Like a couple.
Honestly, here's my thing. If I'm a woman, this might be a hot take. But if I'm a woman, if I'm a married woman and I love my husband and I'm taking care of the kids and whatever, I would much rather this nigga go out and cheat than write a whole Facebook post with his real last name telling me he hasn't fucked me in 3 years.
They're usually anonymous posts. I'll be real.
For real.
They're usually anonymous.
For real.
A lot of times,
Yeah.
but a lot of times the commenters aren't anonymous and they'll be saying the same shit too. Like oh shit, like hold on, bro. Like all of you having this bad of a time. They're like, oh, your wife actually has sex with you. I'm like, what?
So
my wife gave me head like 30 minutes ago. Like
imagine that. Imagine going to your wife and saying, "Look, all right, these are the ways I'm gonna deal with this. All right, I'm either gonna go fuck another bitch, or I'm gonna post about it on social media. Which one would you prefer? It's one or the other. Which one are you gonna pick?
Question.
One of them's gonna
That's
happen.
a real question.
One of
That's
them's
a real
gonna
If I'm
happen.
the wife in that situation, first
Honestly?
of all,
Yeah.
if I'm the wife, I'm saying, first of all, why are you telling me? Like, just go out and cheat, nigga. Like, you work overnights. I don't know your schedule. Like,
You're not that season
I love being
person yet.
I love being
You
in the
know
dark.
why? Because he just gave 2 options, and those 2 options are great because she will definitely pick her poison from that point, and she'll stay because that shit was bars, bro. But straight up,
I think
you put
if
it on
you're-
somebody like that.
If she's
Hell
smart
yeah.
though, if she's strong and secure in who she is, she'll go for the social media post.
Because
Because
like, so what?
eventually,
I'll fuck you,
you'll live
You
that
stupid
like you'll
motherfucker.
live that down.
You
People
corny.
won't care. You know?
you tiny dick. You smell.
Yeah.
You literally don't do anything but lay
know?
on your back. You just you don't eat pussy.
If I'm a woman,
Yeah.
you better. No, in fact, because the thing too is that, like, I mean, I don't know the circumstances under which these women aren't fucking, right? Like, are they not? Are the
Right.
men not attracted to them? Do the
Right.
women want to fuck them?
Yeah.
Or the women just don't want to fuck them?
I've seen different scenarios, right? Like there was one guy that said that his wife had told him that she was kind of done with that part of her life, which is a crazy
Whoa.
thing, right? like so crazy. Like what? How do you tell that? Like it's not like you're in your 70s where you're like, you know what, I can't. Like,
It doesn't
popping
work
out.
anymore.
Like I keep forgetting where I'm at. I keep telling you to go in someplace and then I don't remember who you are. That's a logical like thing, like to hang it up, put your put the gloves in the ring. Logical. But at like 40, like your wife tells you like I'm kind of done with that part. What have you done to scorn that person that badly, bro? Because
well,
that's crazy.
maybe they're closeted. Maybe they're just like, I'm
You know
not.
what?
I'm trying to not do it anymore. Because
I mean,
it,
you do-
it goes
but I
deeper
won't leave
than
my
that.
kids.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you remember that old 90s sitcom joke where girls are like, I'm getting married, I don't have to give blowjobs anymore? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure some women still do that.
That joke is based on a stereotype. A very real one.
Women don't like sucking
A very
dick.
real
And,
one. That's not true.
Women like sucking dick, bro.
They do.
They really do. And you got to let them shine. And
You gotta let them.
You
Yes.
gotta
Help them help
compliment them. Tell
Help
them how
them help
good
you.
of a girl they are.
Yes, help them help you.
Bro, don't look at the camera when you say shit like that, bro.
Help you.
Put your tongue back in your mouth, dog. Put your tongue right back in your fucking mouth. I hate this.
Bro, there's a
Nigga
reason.
look like a
There's
snake in
reason.
Aladdin.
Hold on. To this is how we're gonna end the episode. On the Idol. Imagine my fat tongue on that little tiny pussy. Bro, that shit was so uncomfortable. Like I was like, ew, why did
Did
Abel
the
just say
weekend say
that?
that?
Yeah,
Yes.
bro. He said, imagine my fat tongue on your pussy. I was like, oh.
Yo,
okay.
he called his own tongue fat.
He said, stretch.
did
He's
it.
like, yeah, stretch that tiny little pussy.
Yeah, he said,
I was
spread it for me. Spread it for me.
I saw a tweet that said the Idol is. He's like, the Idol is like cringy, but like, are we sure that that's
cringy.
not the Weeknd's actual personality? Because
I feel like it is.
Right.
I
Right.
feel like it is.
He's real world wilding right now.
That's his super villain
He's
ego.
really and he's like I hate to believe this, but it really looks like he's just acting out a fantasy.
Bro, I'm not giving away the show, right? So just because it's still going on, it's not fair. But there's a scene where a very famous producer comes out of the car, like he pulls up to the crib, and he's got legitimately like a fucking floor bong, like a bong that you see people like keep on the floor and laugh, like, oh wow, look how big this is, and they rip it, and he's just like, he comes out of the car with it in his hand and ripping it, and it made no sense. And then I clicked. I was like, it's definitely just like this dark fantasy that they're just playing out. It's like a long music video. It just has to
Who
be.
still
right?
smokes
Like,
bongs?
bro, like that was the weirdest shit, right? Like he kept
Yeah.
smoking out of the bong, and it was like a comically large one. It wasn't even like a normal size, like, you know, like just like, I'm going about my day. I'm gonna get like, it was like fucking the most mind-numbing thing for me. I don't know why it took me out of the experience, but it was
Well,
just like, man was
Do
in
we
a
know
Charger.
that do we know that that isn't like part of his personality or thing?
I'm sure it is.
Do we know-
I'm sure like all he does is smoke. But the thing is,
But that
it
shit was
is, like,
crazy.
It's still like, if he came out of the car with like 2 blunts, that would make more sense than
Yeah.
coming out with a fucking like bong, because it, if you don't smoke, a bong has water in it, and you have
know-
to like that big
you
of
know
a
what's-
bong has to have a lot of water.
What's
a lot of
actually
fucking
crazy is with all the crazy shit that happens in the show, you are most upset about
I'm
this
so
producer
upset about
coming out of the car
That-
with this fucking
that-
bong.
and wait,
while the
Abel
weekend
looks at
is
that
fucking
producer?
choking this bitch and she's coming and he's got her fingers in
literally.
her asshole.
Literally, like he really does. He does the most. He does the most, and
He's
it's like,
doing the most,
he's-
and he's like, "This fucking bong is too big."
bro, he really is doing the most, bro. But that was so jarring for me, and it didn't make sense. Like they just put him there. Like it was just like, oh, world famous producer here. Like,
yeah,
why?
which is weird because that kind of it's like, yo, it makes you complicit in all this, bro, and this shit is wild, bro.
That's even
like-
crazy. Like you went as your normal self. Like
Yeah, as
even
your
if,
normal actual self, like
Who wrote the
even
show?
the Weeknd smart. The Weeknd.
Sam Levinson.
He wrote it himself?
And Abel.
No. There was originally 3 people, because I think one of the other people who, there was someone else who wrote it with Sam Levinson and The Weeknd, and then he left, and Sam Levinson took over, with still The Weeknd's contribution. So there was 3 people, and then it switched to 2 people. But either way, the combination of these 2 and or 3 people is fucking diabolical with what they're doing. And
Yeah,
The Weeknd,
you
who was
know-
one of my favorite artists, is fucking putting his career on the line to
For this weird
do
character.
some wild shit. To
really
to put
weird
the-
character, bro. Really
There's a
weird.
lot of really long, drawn out, bad 1-star reviews on Google.
There is. And it's getting
I want to
panned
find a
really
short
hard.
one, but they're all a few paragraphs.
Yeah, it's getting panned hard, and like not just by like like even fans, like they're literally going like I think the New Yorker wrote a piece on it, like Vanity Fair.
Let me
like,
see if I could.
They're kind of shredding it because it's a lot of they're genuinely turning like they're really playing with victims and just using abuse as a plot device versus like I guess maybe kind of an origin story almost like it's very strange, and it's not like in a way that like I guess like movies can tastefully go about it and show why this isn't why there's nuance to it or maybe not, but it's just
let me read this review.
he's just being creepy.
By Sarah, left 2 weeks ago, 1 star. It's about a couple paragraphs, but it's about pretty much what you're saying. The idol desperately wants your moral condemnation. Don't give it what it wants. Saying it's gratuitous and offensive is just confirming to the creators that they've succeeded in their clear efforts to overstimulate and offend. Let's just say instead what it actually is, really, really boring. It's been a little frustrating to watch such a genuinely bad product receive so much equally bad, easily dismissed criticism, as if the problem here was that the creators are men and not that these men in particular are hacks, as if it's creatively bankrupt because it includes a large amount of explicit sex and not because its perspective on sex is so immature. I really have no issues with high level of sex and violence in media, and I don't care about kink on screen, and I think it's completely possible for people to write or act out disturbing stuff without being dangerous in real life. So please take it from me, even with all of that out of the way, The Idol is still terrible. And then there's a lot of kind of like plot stuff in here that you'd have to actually watch the show to know. And the last sentence is...
I mean, in terms of plot, it's, it's regular for the most part.
It's a little loose.
It's not something that like, it's like, ooh, this is going to be a really interesting plot.
Bro,
when you
that first
have
episode,
the idea
I was hooked in. I was like, wow, this could be something extremely interesting. That first episode did hook me in because the other main character is Lily Rose Depp, who's Johnny Depp's daughter, and she does a spectacular performance.
She's just a freak, babe.
But like you literally believe everything. Every time she like even takes a drag of a cigarette, you believe that that's what she needs to do. You believe she sheds a tear, you believe that she's really fucking sad. She's being a bitch, you believe that she's being a bitch. And it's fucking awesome. Like she's great. The Weeknd is, obviously not an actor, but like again, it's like some very weak material at the end of the day. I thought it was going to be a little stronger.
I feel like he's doing a pretty good job at acting.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
From the clips I've seen, is not.
Like, but it's also like...
Can we like recognize bad acting as it's happening? I feel like sometimes we can't because like with Belly, Nas is a terrible actor.
That was bad acting.
But when Belly came out, we were all shocked that it was. And the movie itself is beautiful. Shout out to Hype Williams. But like Belly is a terrible movie. Like Nas cannot act
Belly's
for
just
shit.
a music video.
Yeah,
I
feel like basically that. I feel like you can't. We're not expecting. That's not what we're in it for that. Sometimes you got to take what you can get from a piece of art.
Sure.
And acting is not for that. But I think in this show, in The Idol, I think The Weeknd's doing a good job because he does make the viewer disgusted with him. Like,
I don't know.
He is a disgusting
character,
character, and it's like, yo, I really hate you now. And it's leaking through, like because he's a very easy role to hate.
To that, I'll read the last sentence of this review. And please stop describing this as uniquely shocking or morally repugnant or whatever. It's not. It's a bad, boring, empty little show with delusions of grandeur. Basically, all the reviews say, yo, this is trying too hard and it's cringe. This is basically every review is like,
I'll give you one.
This is trying really hard in a not good way.
He eats her pussy out in a classic car. In broad daylight.
So you're basically reading... I feel like the way this show is being described and from the clips I've seen, it's basically being... From what I can understand, it is kind of the fantasy of a man I would not want to be friends with.
You wouldn't want... This is somebody
It is the fantasy of someone who watches a lot of Andrew Tate content and this is what life he thinks reality should be.
I think it's kind of like
but
a little
darker,
bit loosely
smoother.
based in some ways. You know, like that kind of like archetype of the self-help guru, the kind of like
cult leader,
like
cult of personality.
like but he doesn't come off charismatic at the same time. Like The Weeknd is a charismatic person, right? Abel is a charismatic person, but they make this character like anti-charisma in some places. Like you just go like, whoa, like why did you just suck the room, like, and then not and I think when we've seen this kind of character play out in some different ways, they've been able to express how charismatic they are to people, like how charming and like absolutely like adored this person is, you know. And it's that's where I think they try to make it, but it I don't think they stick the landing with it personally, because it just comes off like rough.
For me, the show overall just does the most.
Oh, it does a lot, bro.
It just does the most.
Well, I'm gonna give a shout out.
It's really unnecessary, but at the same time, when it comes to watching it, it's captivating because it's like, bro, this is so ridiculous. I don't want to see what happens next, but I gotta fucking know. I gotta see how worse is it gonna get.
5 episodes, so
but
like you're not investing a lot of time.
If you're in one of those moods though, where it's like you're home alone, you want to watch something and you want it to lead into porn, and you're, feeling a little bit on the S&M side, you could definitely watch it and grab the paper towels and spank one out. It's definitely good fuel for that.
Yeah, jerk off to The Weeknd. Your advice from Joey here.
I don't know.
I'm going to give a shout out in the name of Pride Month to Glamorous on Netflix. It was a show I decided to watch. It was really lighthearted. It's about some gay femboy who wants to be an influencer, ends up getting a shot working at one of his idols' like makeup brand, and the calamity that then ensues in the office. I thought it was a cute little show. Also, Never Have I Ever, Netflix show about little Indian girl in high school trying to go through her sophomore year. Her father died in her freshman year, and she kind of lost the use of her legs from like heartbreak. And then she eventually got it back, but
from heartbreak.
Yeah, like there's her legs just didn't work for like no medical reason. And then like one day they started working again.
Watching?
Dude, it's a cute show. I love cute TV.
That is sad.
I don't watch shit like The Idol.
That's
cute.
OD
sad.
You gotta watch the show. It's called
because she gets her walking back.
Yeah, well, this is just like the intro. This is like the first like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
This is not spoiling anything. She she sees her father get a heart attack and die. Her legs stop working in her freshman year of high school, and then they start working again because, well, I'll let you find that out. But now she's trying to redeem herself in her sophomore year of high school to be like, all right, I don't want to be the weird girl who was in a wheelchair all last year. I want to be the cool hot girl who gets the hot guy, even though I'm from a traditional Indian home. So yeah, cute programming. Both a little bit LGBTQ in there for the Pride Month. Glamorous is gay as fuck. There's already kind of leanings that there's going to be a gay character at some point in Never Have I Ever. I'm only 3 episodes in, but yeah, I like cute, bright, bubbly television. Never Have I Ever. Good family fun. I know I just described a man dying in front of you guys, but both are pretty bubbly family fun, except for like one scene in Glamorous where people do Molly. But hey, it's not graphic. Yeah, so I'm gonna shout out to the unsung heroes of Netflix.
Yeah, man.
Are you like looking up the synopsis right now?
No, I was actually looking up Brian Tyree Henry because I was actually going to talk about. I watched a new show, Class of '09. Man, this up. I love this man. So I didn't, and I wasn't sure if he was straight or not because he did a really good job in that Eternals movie. I really. That's how
you know straight men are terrible.
He was in love. He was in love.
That's how you know straight men are terrible. When they have talent, you don't believe they're straight. When a man has creative talent, you think he must be sucking a dick. That's why we don't ride for straight men on this podcast.
He was definitely very convincing in that role. I was like, wow, like he's like, I don't think I have ever seen him opposite of a woman. Personally, I don't think I've ever seen him act like romantically. So I think when I saw him in Eternals, like love on this man, I was like, wow, that feels natural. That feels like that's what it's supposed to be. But acting is gay. Let's move on. It has been the National Meat Treasure. We drop episodes every Thursday. Remember, we love you. We care about you. Like and comment and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. Tell us how much you love us. Send Sasha feet pics. Make sure you send Joey butt pics. No, send him feet pics. He loves feet pics.
I want butt pics.
Does. But
I want
Joey
butt
loves
pics.
butt pics.
Booty
Doesn't
pictures.
matter. Booty.
Well, I don't disagree with feet pics, but send me money to get my feet done. TROPJ. Follow me at thin.cruel.lips on TikTok and Instagram, and follow the pod at National Meat Treasure on TikTok and Instagram, and at NMT Pod on Facebook. Especially Facebook. I want the meth heads. I want the meth heads to find this, because that's what's on Facebook. That's what's left.
Yeah.
The meth heads, the drug addicts. I want the worst people in the world to find this podcast, because those are the people who interact the most. You ever go? You ever just open a reel and go to the comments? It's like, all these comments are just shit you would never.
Insane.
Yeah, shit you would never think to say, or you're just like, wow, these people are gross and disgusting, and you're like, oh, these are the meth head assholes. So they're either on reels or they're on Facebook. TikTok is a pretty friendly place.
They've all propped up Theo Von. Theo Von is at the height, and it's built on the back of meth heads. We know that.
Yeah.
Well, then I must be a meth head, because honestly, Theo Von's got it. He's a funny ass man.
He is funny. He's really funny.
Can't agree, really. But follow me on Twitter.
Are you
Twitter,
Team Lil Dicky?
Instagram? What?
Oh, you don't know about this? Oh, I'm not going to end the pod on that.
Yeah.
Theo Von accused Lil Dicky of stealing his jokes.
Oh, that's trash. Yeah, follow me at Saint Thrillah on Instagram and TikTok, and follow 303 Bam on Instagram and TikTok and Spotify and Apple Music and whatever streaming platform you prefer.
A fact. Bye-bye. Facts. No feelings.
Man, I'm on this 303 baby timing, man. Hey, yo, Thrillah, man, what we doing, gang? Hunters coming and make sure that paper going all around.